Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. Today we're going to be making something I have never heard of before. You know I like my brownies. I've got several recipes on here. I love bread. Let's make brownie bread. Supposedly it's the fluffiness of bread, but it tastes exactly like a brownie. And it's so good you can eat it in the morning as breakfast like you would banana bread or any of those things, or you could eat it in the afternoon like a treat. I think it's a win-win, but I don't know. I've never tried it. So let's get going. All right, I've already got my stuff ready to go. It's pretty easy. We have our dry bowl. In our dry bowl, we have half a cup of sugar of choice. You know me, just make sure it's sugar-free. That's what I like to say. But anyways, 1 cup of blanched almond flour, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, and 1 packet of the Knox unflavored gelatin. You buy a 4-pack at the store, the unflavored kind, you just need 1 of those packets. Put that in there, give it a good whiskey. All right, in here, I have 1/3 cup of coconut oil melted. Yes, you can substitute butter. I get those comments often. If you can't taste the coconut oil. I don't like coconut, people. You cannot taste the coconut oil, but if you have an allergy, then absolutely go ahead and do the butter. And then 3 eggs, and they're whisked and ready to go. Here I have 2 ounces. Now I'm using dark chocolate chips. You could also take a dark chocolate bar and chop it up. I just happen to have dark chocolate chips, and I have a little bit of water if we need it. So I've already whisked this. I'm gonna move this. Oh, and your loaf pan, no parchment paper. This is something else I'm always removing. Apparently we'll be able to cut directly from here. Or else we'll just cut it from the pan and serve it. I don't really know. And I have somebody trying to visit, but she's not going to. So you grease it with coconut oil or butter, depending on what you use in here, okay? So that will make your decision right here. So since I used coconut oil, I greased with coconut oil. All right, so at this time, we are adding in the melted coconut oil and 3 eggs that I have already gotten nice and whisked. Okay. And it says to fold, so I took out my whisker, but you know, I might bring it back. One never knows with me. I like to see where my mood goes. I just thought it was interesting. Bread and brownies in one. Brownie bread. I'm totally game. And if it's a little too dry, 1 tablespoon of water at a time. I have a 2 tablespoon measure right here. And if I need to, I'll pour just a smidge in. I'm not sure. I'm debating. It's supposed to be a brownie texture. So at first I was having a hard time getting to the bottom, not gonna lie. But now I'm there. So now I'm like, well, and I'm using this. And I'm also used to not only using a spatula, but they want you to only fold. So actually that seems like a brownie batter. So I don't think I need the water. So there you go. There is my chocolate chips. This is coming together rather quickly. Oven is preheated to 350. Gotta say, this is going pretty quick. Okay. Now I am gonna go ahead. Now this is an optional, so I'm just gonna pour some in and kind of see what my heart desire. It's not factored in the nutrition facts, so you guys know. Sprinkling and patting on top some additional chocolate chips, but I kind of, even when I make chocolate chip banana bread, I always add additional chips on top. Something, I don't know, I just do that. When I make blueberry muffins, I add additional blueberries on top. So here we go. I'm adding it to a greased, coconut oil greased pan. And you'll do that, and or butter, apparently not cooking spray, and apparently not parchment lined. Here we go. Gotta say, so far looking pretty easy. You can, just I read some of the comments for people that say they have a hard time finding the unflavored gelatin in the store. The reader said you can keep the gelatin out, it just keeps some of the chewiness away. And that's what gives you the browniness of it. So just kind of know that if you don't have it, you're gonna lose some of that brownie part of the brownie bread. So anyways, I cleaned my hands. I'm gonna do this. No biggie. It's my house. Okay. I don't know what you guys do, but I just want to make sure I get it all in there. All right. I know you're not supposed to lick your finger because of raw egg. I did it growing up. I want you to think about all the people that grew up and we licked the bowl clean. Nobody does that anymore. I mean, I totally get it, but man. And I'll be honest, I don't let my daughter lick the bowl clean. But I still do it because I grew up doing it. Isn't that funny? Like, I don't let my daughter do it, but I do it because I did it. I drank out of a garden hose. Would I let her? Probably not. I have no idea how much I'm going to use. I'm just kind of eyeballing. That looks pretty good. I'm not even using the whole amount that I put in there. Just kind of tapping it in. All right, there you go. So I gotta say, it's pretty easy. So I don't think it's gonna raise too high. I don't think our bread's gonna be like this, like a banana bread. I think it's gonna be more like biscotti high. Does that make sense? Like biscotti high, but it's gonna have the texture of bread and the taste of brownie, from what I'm guessing. All right, so it says bake 30 to 35 minutes or until the bread raises in the center and begins to harden around the edges. A toothpick test will not tell you when it is done because it is chewy and there's chocolate chips in. It will not come out clean. So you just want the edges to start to harden and the middle to start to rise. When you see that, take it out and let it cool. And then it says cool completely before slicing. I like to do taste tests with warm bread. We'll see if I follow that instruction or not, but I will be back for the taste test. All right, so the brownie bread is done and they're kind of warm because I can't let them cool completely, but they look great. That is about biscotti height, which is what I was kind of thinking. Now the question is, does it taste like a brownie? Does it taste like bread? Does it taste like brownie bread? So let's just break off a little piece here. All right. That's good. It definitely has the bread-like texture, which I like. I can totally see eating this for breakfast with a cup of coffee would be really good. But at the same time, it tastes like a brownie. So here I am in the afternoon and it's a great dessert. So however you choose to eat it, if you choose to eat it as bread, eat it as bread. If you choose to eat it as a brownie, eat it as a brownie. That is really genius. That creator did a good job. So I will link her recipe. Just click on more and her recipe and all the nutrition facts are in there. I encourage you to go there. It's a great recipe and it was a very fast and easy to make. So hope you guys enjoy it. A twist on the brownie. And I gotta say, it's a good one. All right, see you next time. Bye.